Red Hot Gotsy, come subscribe, come subscribe, come subscribe, come subscribe. Red Hot Gotsy. Alright, so today we were talking about The Boys Season 4 and basically what's going to be happening with Homelander's plotline and just talking about why he is actually going to be an anti-hero in the season and, you know, just why I think that. If you haven't watched The Boys already, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but you should hop on this because it's a really good show. If you don't remember what happened in Season 3, you should obviously catch up to that and, you know, refresh your memory because Season 4 is going to come out very soon. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, honestly, I think in season 4, he's going to have more of a laid-back role, or like, not laid-back, but he's going to have more of a focused motivation in terms of like him wanting to do evil crap, because obviously throughout the entire series he does a lot of stuff to benefit his life or the people that he cares about. Like, for example, the other heroes he actually has an attachment to, like Black Noir, and he wanted to better the Seven in general, and obviously he wanted to put himself on top, but he wanted to better his life situation and the people around him. So he really wanted to look out for his best interests. And one of those things is obviously his son, Ryan, yeah, obviously. And Butcher was kind of an asshole last season, so he pushed him away. So obviously, as you saw in the last scene of season 3, Ryan is going to be a little bit darker in this season, and that's one of my other theories, but I'm not going to talk too much about that. Basically, all I'm going to really say is I think that Homelander is going to be trying to corrupt him, obviously, and turn him basically into him. But I think Homelander is not necessarily going to try to turn him completely into what he's actually become, because Homelander doesn't necessarily respect himself. He doesn't really love himself fully. He actually feels he has a lot of trauma, essentially. And I feel like Homelander is going to try to make his son better than he was, but stronger and just smarter, because Homelander is going to have to be smarter this season. He's going to have to be a lot more focused and a lot more determined, because obviously he does a lot of evil crap. But I think the anti-villain side of things is going to be more so just the determination towards trying to better his son's situation, just like how he was trying to better Black Noir's, and, you know, he actually cared for Maeve, and he was trying to just make the Seven look a lot stronger, because anytime that A-Train or Maeve at times or any other character would screw up the perception of the Seven, it would piss him off. So that's something that he genuinely cared about, and he does care about even today, even after he lost Stormfront and he lost Translucent. Like, he's still pushing, he's still moving forward, he's still trying to better, you know, everyone's situation, the people he actually cares about, at least. Now, when it comes to Butcher, honestly, like, they're not going to kill off Butcher. He's the main freaking character, basically. I mean, Huey's sort of the main character, but Butcher's not going to die. Let's be honest. Come on. Okay, but no, seriously, I think that Butcher's going to have a crap ton of plot armor just because of the fact that, you know, Homelander, he can't kill him. You know, he's basically the main character, sort of. But at the end of the day, there's sort of a reason for it, and it's basically because of Ryan. You know, Ryan doesn't want him to live, or he doesn't want him to die. Jesus Christ. So it's just like, if Ryan doesn't want him to die and Homelander wants to keep his son around, he necessarily can't kill Butcher. So I kind of understand why that's going to happen. And I feel like at some point, Butcher's going to have a conversation or two with Ryan and try to get him back on his side. It may fail at first, and then, you know, towards the end of the season, they're obviously going to make up. I feel like that's an obvious thing that's going to happen. Like, that's one of my main theories regarding Ryan, at least. But honestly, if it doesn't happen, I would like something else to happen. I would like the show to surprise me, and maybe like he actually does become even more like insane and evil, and maybe Ryan actually ends up like killing someone or something like that. I don't know. I think it would be kind of interesting. Now, this video isn't really about Ryan, so I don't know, I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there, but I do think that Butcher's going to have a huge effect on, you know, Homelander's whole, like, plots in general. Now, I think at some point, Homelander's going to have to sort of reflect on the fact that he wasn't wanted by Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy just disrespected him. He was like, you're a freaking disappointment. And honestly, I understand him. I really do, like, in a certain sense, because Soulja Boy has, like, older values, essentially, if you want to word it that way. Like, he doesn't like gay people, he doesn't like black people, you know, that kind of thing. He's kind of like, he's just old-fashioned, really. He treats women, you know, badly, for lack of better words. And he's just that type of dude. So I really understand. Like, he has a more stereotypical sense of masculinity, and like Homelander is just very like psychotic. So like, just seeing what his son has become, and the fact that he is number one, which is actually quite interesting, that he doesn't really respect his son the way you would think he would. Uh, he just doesn't mentally have what it takes to actually be a good superhero, and uh, Soldier Boy kind of sees right through him, and it kind of that stresses him out. That really upset him. So he's gonna have to really think about that, and try to become a better hero, and try to, like, not for the people, because he doesn't really care about people. He cares about the people caring about him. That's his whole arc. Is like, he wants people to love him. Obviously, he wants people to love him for him, and that's why at the end of season 3 he ended up killing that guy. He might actually end up getting away with a lot more stuff, because people are becoming more and more radicalized. So eventually, he's gonna grow more and more comfortable with being his true self. I do think at some point that he's gonna add more people to the seven, because I think at this point there's only a couple people that are actually in the seven at this point. I'm not even sure if there's seven anymore, because Translucent died, Maeve is gone, and Stormfront is dead. Or yeah, she's dead. So it's like, oh yeah, and Black Noir is also dead. So they're definitely gonna have to replace some of those heroes at some point, and I think that's gonna be a plot line maybe at the beginning or towards the middle of the season. I would venture it would actually be in the beginning, because Homelander's gonna have to try to build the people's trust again. The people who obviously are against him, because not everyone's actually with Homelander. Not everyone's radicalized. There's some people who actually have a brain and actually are somewhat normal. So he's gonna have to go after the majority of people and try to gain their trust again. Try to rebuild the brand of Vought, and try to, essentially just make himself look good again. And that's gonna be basically his whole arc, is just rebuilding, being better for his son and himself. Yeah, so comment, subscribe, like, and let me know what you think. Yeah, peace.
No way, Jose.
Red Hot Gotsy, come subscribe, come subscribe, come subscribe, come subscribe.